I wasn't supposed to be on the grand concourse of Aurelian Prime at all. Humans didn't belong there. Everyone knew that. The concourse was a political heart of the galaxy, a floating amphitheater of living crystal and orbiting platforms where queens, warlords, hive minds, and ancient intelligences gathered to negotiate the fate of star systems. Even ambassadors tread carefully there. I was just a logistics contractor, a nobody. I'd been hired to deliver a sealed data core from a human trade delegation to the concourse archives. Drop off, signature, leave. That was the plan. No speeches, no galactic drama, no history-altering moments. But plans, I would soon learn, meant nothing when a Galactic Queen decided otherwise. Beginning, a seat that didn't exist. The ceremony was already underway when I arrived. Thousands of species filled the concentric tiers of the concourse. Bioluminescent wings fluttered above armored insectoids. Energy beings hummed softly beside robed scholars. Gravity shifted subtly to accommodate those who couldn't exist in standard space-time. I stood out painfully, plain human clothes, no escort, clutching a delivery case like it was a shield. Just find a seat, I told myself. Wait until the recess. Then leave, except there were no seats left. Every platform was occupied, assigned according to rank older than Earth's entire civilization. Stewards drifted past me, their eyes sliding away as if I were invisible. Or worse, irrelevant. I moved toward an empty-looking tier near the central dais, hoping no one would notice. That was when the temperature dropped. A hush rippled through the concourse, like a predator passing overhead. Conversations died mid-sentence. Wings folded, mandibles stilled. Even the energy beings dimmed. I felt it before I saw her, the Galactic Queen of Aurelian. She sat alone on a throne grown from star metal and living light, her presence warping gravity and attention alike. She ruled not by conquest, but by something far more terrifying, unanimous recognition. Entire empires deferred to her judgment because, time and again, she had been right. Her gaze swept the crowd, then stopped. On me, my heart slammed against my ribs. I took an unconscious step back, right into the edge of the tier. There was nowhere else to go. The Queen rose. Gasps echoed across the concourse. No one stood for anyone unless the galaxy itself demanded it. She descended the steps of her dais, each movement unhurried, inevitable. My legs locked. Instinct screamed at me to kneel, bow, run, anything. Instead, I stood there like an idiot holding a data case. She reached me, and then, impossibly, unthinkably, she took my arm. Her touch was warm, solid, real. This one, the Queen said, her voice carrying without amplification, will sit beside me. The concourse erupted into chaos. Middle, claimed by the crown. I don't remember walking with her. One moment I was standing among strangers. The next I was seated on a platform adjacent to the Queen's throne, closer to power than any human had ever been without a weapon drawn. I could feel eyes on me from every direction. Fear, rage, calculation. Oh! The Queen released my arm only after I was seated. You were searching for a place, she said softly. Yes, I croaked. My throat felt like sandpaper. I mean, Your Majesty, I didn't intend. I know, she interrupted, studying me with eyes that reflected star fields. That is why I chose you. Chose me. The word echoed in my mind like a death sentence. Below us, the High Speaker of the Triune Coalition struggled to regain order. Your Radiance, they said carefully, the protocols are suspended, the Queen replied. Silence fell again. No one argued with that. The session resumed, but I couldn't focus on a single word. Every few seconds, I became acutely aware of my own breathing, terrified that doing it wrong might somehow offend a civilization-ending entity. Finally, during a recess, I leaned closer to her, lowering my voice. Your Majesty, I think there's been a mistake. She smiled. It was not a cruel smile, not even an amused one. It was a smile of someone watching a long-anticipated moment finally arrive. There are no mistakes here, she said. Only delays. She gestured, and a translucent field formed around us, muting the rest of the concourse. You carry human insignia, she continued. Yet no ambition stains you, no hunger for power. You sought only a seat. I just wanted to finish my job, I said honestly. Exactly. Her gaze sharpened. Tell me, human, what do your people fear most? I blinked, being controlled, losing our freedom. And yet, she said, you did not resist when I took your arm. I didn't think resisting Galactic Queen was healthy. That earned a quiet laugh. Honesty. Again. She stood, pacing slowly. The galaxy is approaching a fracture point. Ancient alliances are failing. Prophecies are awakening. And there is one role that must be filled by someone outside all our systems. My pulse quickened. What role? She stopped in front of me. The anchor. The word triggered something deep in my chest, a strange pressure, like recognition without memory. Long ago, she said, we learned that no empire can rule forever. So we created a balance, a living constant. Someone claimed by the crown, yet bound to no species. Someone whose presence stabilizes the concourse itself. I swallowed, and that someone is me. You are compatible, she said simply. Your species evolved in chaos. You adapt without breaking, and you walked into this place without desire. She knelt before me, the queen of the galaxy, kneeling. I claim you, she said, voice resonating with ancient authority, not as property, not as subject, but as bonded neutral, anchored to the throne. Energy surged through the air, wrapping around us like a vow written in light. I felt something settle inside me, heavy, calm, unyielding. The field dropped. Every being in the concourse had seen it, and they were terrified. Conflict, the price of being chosen. Not everyone accepted the claim. Within hours, whispers turned into threats. The Obsidian clans accused the queen of manipulating prophecy. The Seraphim Accord called my existence a contamination. Even human representatives demanded explanations they weren't prepared to hear. I was escorted to a secure wing of the palace, luxurious, guarded, and unmistakably a gilded cage. You can still refuse, the queen told me that night, standing by a window that looked out onto a spiral galaxy. The bond will fade if you walk away now. And what happens then? I asked. She didn't answer immediately. War, she said at last. Oh, worse. A slow collapse of trust that ends in extinction-level conflicts. I ran a hand through my hair. No pressure. She studied me. Do you regret sitting down? I thought of Earth, of my quiet life, of the fact that, an hour ago, my biggest concern had been finding a chair. Yes, I said. Then, after a moment, but I'd regret leaving more. The first assassination attempt came the next day. A phased projectile slipped through 3 security fields and would have killed me instantly, except it disintegrated inches from my chest, dissolving into harmless light. I felt it then. The anchor, a stabilizing force reacting instinctively, bending probability itself. The queen's expression hardened. They will not stop, she said. Your existence threatens too many plans. Over the following cycles, I learned what it meant to be claimed. When disputes escalated, my presence calmed them. When negotiations faltered, the concourse itself responded. Platforms shifting, energies harmonizing. Empires that hated each other found themselves agreeing simply because I was there. I wasn't commanding them. I was reminding them that balance still existed. And slowly, terrifyingly, the galaxy adjusted around me, ending the seat that changed everything. Years passed. I became a constant in a place defined by change. New rulers rose and fell. Species went extinct. Others were born into the stars. Through it all, I remained, not immortal, but enduring. The anchor extended my life, binding me to the rhythm of the galaxy. I aged slowly, deliberately, as if time itself had agreed to compromise. One day, long after the fear had faded into wary respect, I found myself standing at the edge of the concourse again. A young delegate, barely more than a child by her species standards, hovered nearby, clearly lost. "There's nowhere to sit," she said nervously. I smiled. I extended my arm. "Come on," I said. "I know that feeling." From her throne, the Galactic Queen, older now, but still radiant, watched us, a knowing smile on her face. I had only been looking for a seat. Instead, I had become the place where the galaxy steadied itself. And this time, when I sat down, it was exactly where I belonged,